Hey everyone, this is BremSter, and today I have a new birthday puzzle. So this is a puzzle that was sent to me as a birthday present by Katie Splendor. So yay! Always good this time of year. I get a lot of puzzles. Anything else I'm going to cover? No, I'm about to fly out. So let's have a look. So what do we have? We have normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Killer cages. Digits in a cage are distinct from each other and add up to the amount in the upper left corner of the cage. Okay, maybe one of the presents I'm getting is different wording for rules, because that's a new one. So what it means is you cannot repeat digits in the cage, and they sum to the number in the top left. So these three digits are different and sum to 7. These three digits are different and sum to 9. Renban. Digits along a purple Renban line form a set of consecutive digits, though neighbor digits are not required to be consecutive to each other. Yeah. Okay, that's another unique wording. I've never seen that one before. So along this line, this is a set of consecutive digits, though it isn't required for the digits that are connected to each other directly to be not required to be next. So it's a normal Renban line. Parity line. Digits along a red parity line have a different parity, odd versus even, from their neighbors on the line. So any two cells connected by a red line are different, odd, even parity. Palindrome. Digits along a grey palindrome read the same backwards as forwards. That's standard. So, yep. If anything we read along these lines, XV sums, okay, digits separated by an X sum to 10, digits separated by a V sum to 5, no negative constraint. Okay, I would like to, normally I would say that not all X's and V's are necessarily given, because if you don't know what a negative constraint is, saying no negative constraint is, what does that mean? The puzzle isn't distinct to itself. But what it means in this case is it's perfectly fine for there to be cells that sum to 5 or sum to 10, which aren't labeled with an X or a V. But it's also fine for there to be, cells that have alternating parity that aren't connected by a red line or whatever. Kropki dots. Digits separated by a white Kropki dot have a difference in value of 1. A difference in value of 1. I'm assuming it's just difference of value 1 or a difference value of 1. Digits separated by a black Kropki dot have a value ratio of 1 to 2. No negative constraint. Again, if you don't know what a negative constraint is, the puzzle, you don't know what that means. But what it means in this case is not all dots are necessarily given. So it's Kropki pairs. So it's XV pairs and Kropki pairs. So Kropki pairs is... so these digits have a difference of 1. These differences have a ratio of 1 to 2, but it's perfectly fine for there to be a difference of 1 or a ratio of 1 to 2 elsewhere in the grid. They're the rules. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So I've got some digits, because a 7 cage, these 3 digits here sum to 7, but these 2 digits, because they're separated by a V, sum to 5. So that is a 2. So that's fine. And these sum to 5, and I can't use a 2. So they could be 1, 4. How else could I do it? I can't use 2, 3. I can't use 3, 2. And the next option is 4, 1, which is the same. So this is 1 or 4 in order for this V to work. But I can do the same down here. These sum to 5, but these 3 sum to 9. So this is a 4, and this can't be 1, 4. These are 2, 3, which means this is 2, 3 to make this V work. Okay. Now, this is a 1-9 pair, because this is an 8-cell long Renban line. So if I was to start this Renban line with a 1, it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and the digit that's not on it would be a 9. If I was to start this at 2, it would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the digit that's not on it would be a 1. Any other option doesn't work. If I start at 3 and go up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hang on, that's a problem. So this is a 1, 9. So this is a 1, 9 because of the X clue. Okay. Right. This is probably a colouring puzzle, and I'm not sure if I should be colouring digits or I should be colouring parity. If I'm supposed to be colouring both, I'm in trouble. Because these are the same digit, these are the same digit, these are the same digit, these are the same digit. I could colour parity along the line. So, for example, let's just start at the top. This is either odd or even, and I don't know which. These are all connected to it via the line. So these are the different of odd or even. These three cells are connected to purple via the line. So those are back to green. These are connected to green. So they're back to purple. These are connected to purple. So they're back to green. These are connected to green. So they're back to purple. These two and these two are connected to purple. So they're back to green. And now I've got it. Because these are all the same parity. But if these were odd, how would that work? I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 odd digits between 1 and 9. And there are only 5, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So green becomes my blue, which I use for even, and purple becomes yellow, which I use for odd. So these are all odd. These become even. These become odd. These become even. These become odd. These become even, and that becomes odd. So I've got all 5 odds in that row. Those become even. I've got all 5 odds in those that column. Those become even. I've got all 5 odds in that column. Those become even. Any two cells that sum to 10 must be of the same parity, because it's an even digit. Well, this is an even digit because 10 is even minus an even digit. Even minus even is even. Now, all 4 even digits have been placed in that row, so those are all odd. All 4 evens in these boxes, these are all odd, and that's going to give it to me, because this is a 3, this is a 2, this is a 2, so these are all even. These are odd. This is odd. This is the odd that hasn't been placed in the box. By palindrome, they're the same digit, so that's odd. There will be... I can do the same deduction up here. This is an even digit minus an even digit, which is an even digit. This has to be the different... Well, all of these are now odd, because I've got all 4 evens in the row. Okay, black dot nature. Well, first of all, okay, these are just the evens that aren't placed. But I was going to talk about black dot nature, which is every... so this has to be a 1 or a 3. And the reason for that is every black dot contains a low digit and then its even double. 1 doubles to 2, 2 doubles to 4, 3 doubles to 6, 4 doubles to 8. So the only odd... you can never use a high odd digit, 5, 7, and 9, because they don't match the low 1 through 4, and then it's even double. So this has to be 1 or 3, which means this is 2 or 6. This has to be even for the same reason, because of the X, and this has to be even, making these all odd, making those both odd. There's 4 evens in this box, so that's odd, making that odd. This has to be the even digit to complete this box, so this becomes the odd digit, this becomes the even digit by the nature of V. So these are the 4 and this is the 1, which means this is the 3 and this is the 6. This is the odd digit that hasn't been placed. This is the same. This is a 1 or a 3, but the 1 is looking down, making that the 3. So this is the 6. This is the 4. So this is an 8, which by palindrome makes that an 8, which means these are the 4, 6, which I could have got as soon as I got that 2. So this Palindrome. Don't know what it did. This has to be a 2-8. So these both become 6 by Palindrome. The 8 looks across, making that the 2 and that the 8. The 6 looks across, making that the 4 and that the 6. I've got all 4 evens in that column. These are both odd. These are the evens, which means these are the 6 and the 8, and the 6 will look in, making that the 8 and that the 6. I could have used the 8 to do the same. So these are the 3, 5, and 7 that are left in the box. Nice. Okay. I can probably complete the even puzzle now, with this being 2, this being the 8. So these are 2, 4, and 8. There can't be a 4 there or there because of the 2 4s looking into the box. That's the 4, which makes this the 6. Can I resolve the 2, 8? Not sure. 4 is in one of those two. It's not there. That's the 4. So these are 2 and 8. So this sees 2, 4, and 8. So that's the 6. These are 2, 4, and 8. So 4 is in one of those two. So this is 2, 8. Oh, the 4. That's not the 4. That's the 4. This is 2, 8. This is 2, 8. 6 is here. These are 2, 4, 8. There's no 4 there. That's the 4. And I've got this pattern of 2 8s, which is going to be resolved by that digit. So these are 3, 5, 7. 2 here means this is 1, 3, 7, or 9. It can't be 5. How is this going to unlock? These are 5, 7, and 9. That can't be a 5 because I can't put a 5 on an X. So this is a 7 or a 9. 5 is in one of those two. This is 5, 7, or 9. But if this is a 7 or a 9, this is a 1 or a 3. But the only thing that can go next to 8 is 7 or 9. So these here become 1, 3, 5. I can't put a 1 or a 3 here because there's already 1 in the box. That's the 5, and I can take 5 out of there, not 6 in. So 1, 3, 5. This is a 7 or a 9. There's no 3 here. 3 is in one of those two. And it can't be here. If this was the 3 would reflect here and break on that. So 3 can't go in any of those cells. That's the 3, that's the 9, that's the 7, that's the 1. There's no 1 here. Oh, I could have got that. It's just a very busy grid, but that's okay. That happens. There's no 7 here. So there's a 5 in one of those two. These are 3, 5, 9. There's no 3 there. Can that be a 7? No. Now where does 7 go in this row? I can't put 7 here because 7 would reflect to there and break on that digit. So this is the 7. Oh, I could have just looked at the box. As I said, it's a very busy grid with all the lines and the overlapping constraints and stuff. But that's okay. This is 3, 5, 9. 3, 5, 9 for the row, but it can't be 3. So this is the 5, 9. That's the 3, making that the 2, making that the 8. Looking down, making that the 2, making that the 8. Looking across, making that the 8, making that the 2. Looking up, making that the 8, making that the 2. And I've done the even half of the puzzle. Okay. So these are 5, 7, and 9. Because I've already got 1, 3 in the column. There's no 3 there. This is just a 5, 9 pair. 1 and 7 are in there. I don't think that's it. This, however, will give me some information. How do I make 10? I could use 1, 9. I can't use 3, 7, and they're the only options. I can't put a 5 on this. So this is 1, 9, taking 9 out of there. This becomes 5 or 7. No, wait, I've broken the puzzle. This is wrong. Where did I go wrong? Because that all made sense. But this is wrong. It can't have been the even odd. Like, it all felt really good. Like, is this wrong? Yeah, right? It has to be. Oh, sorry. All of this felt good up to the 2 8s being done. So I'm taking it back to me putting in up to here on the even. This is correct. That all felt right. And it is. So where the heck? I mean, I could do this now. This is 1 9. It has to be 1 9. So these are 5 and 7. This is 7 or 9. This has to be 7 or 9. It can't be 1, 3 or 5 because I can't put 5 on it. So this is 7 or 9. So this is 1 or 3. Where did I go wrong? This is 3, 7 or 9 because it has to be consecutive with, if it's consecutive with 2, it can't be 1, so it's 3. If it's 8, it's with 7 or 9. 5 is in one of those two looking down, making that the 7 and that the 5. So let's go backwards using this as the kickstart. I don't know where I went wrong last time. Something went wrong. So the 7 makes that the 5. The 7 looks up, making that the 7, which makes that the 3, which makes that the 9, taking 9 out of there. Still not enough to resolve that. But this is now a 5-9 pair, which makes this a 1-3 pair. But the 3 is looking across, making this the 1 and this the 3. It's going to be interesting looking back at the video and going, what went wrong? 3 is in one of these two. Can those both be 3? No, I can't put 3 here. If I put 3 here, it reflects along the palindrome to there and breaks. So this has to be the 3. Which takes 3 out of both of those, making that the 3. So this is a 1 or a 9 for the column. This is 1, 9. These are 5 and 9. Yeah, I'm very curious. I must have made some terrible mistake. The 9 looked back, making this 5 and this 9, which makes this the 1. These are again 3, 5, 7 and must contain a 5. There's no 3 here. Maybe I had this wrong. Maybe I had a 7 here. I don't know. What can this be? Right, this has to be 5, 7 because this digit and this digit are the same and they can't be 1, 3 or 9. So this is 5, 7. The 9 looks down, making this the 1, which makes that the 9. But the 5, 7 looks across, making this the 3, which makes this the 2, which makes this the 8, which looks down, making that the 2, which makes that the 8, which looks across, making that the 2, which makes that the 8, which looks up, making that the 2, which makes that the 8. These are the 5, 7s. I'm close to getting rid of the colouring. There's no 3 here. These are 7 and 9. This is 5, 7 or 9. So this is 5, 7 or 9. And again, it doesn't have a 7. So I can take 7 out of both of those. The 5, 9 makes that the 7, which makes that the 9. These are 1 and 3 for the row. The 3 makes that the 1, which makes that the 3. On this palindrome, it makes that a 1, which makes that 9. So these are 5, 7. So this is the 1 in the column. Oh, the 9 makes those 5, which makes that 9, which makes that 5. This is the 7 that hasn't been placed in the box. In this row and in this box, I haven't placed a 9. So these are 1, 5, 7. There's no 1 there. So this, because of the 1, 9 pair, this is the 5, 7. This is the 1. The 5 makes that the 7, that the 5, which makes that the 7, that the 5, which looks up, making that the 7, which makes that the 5, which makes that the 7. I could have used a palindrome, making that the 5. The 1, of course, looks down, making that the 9 and that the 1. And now I've just got these digits, which are 7 and 9, and I'll use the 9 to make that the 7 and that the 9. Happy birthday, BremSter. I hope this was a gentle promenade around the grid. I did make a mistake, but Yeah, it was fun because in my view, a birthday puzzle should be a treat. Well, it was. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. That was cool. Yeah, just a nice, gentle promenade. Yeah, great. Thanks everyone for watching. I don't really have anything to add to that. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.